That was a fun game. Holy crap. Florida, Carolina, only one OT this time. Same result. Matt Tkachuk, again, scores. Let's go. Just leaves, runs down the tunnel, waits for his team, celebrates together. 2-1 win, 2-0 series lead for the Florida Panthers. And this game, it was like I thought Carolina was just gonna just shelve them. The shots were insane. Was it 20-4? It felt like it could have been. Like first period, it was like survival mode for Florida, and then the momentum switched, and they built and built and built and built and built and took that into overtime, and they built off the back of Bobrovsky making another ridiculous blocker save, a couple glove saves, some pad saves. Matt Tkachuk diving to block a 2-on-1 after a disgusting toe drag and pass by Brent Burns. And then they go into overtime, they get their power play, and then Burns gets caught up in a stick, and it's a feed. I don't even remember who they fed it to. And then over to Reinhart, to Tkachuk, goal, Selly, done. And from this game, and you think about the Florida Panthers, who are 9-1 since losing Game 4 to the Boston Bruins, that one coming to from the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're doing so well. It makes you think, like, okay, they beat the 135-point Boston Bruins, coming back down from 3-1. They dismantle the Toronto Maple Leafs, who looks like the whole organization is blowing up. See some of my other videos about that. Now you're up 2-0 against Carolina. Maybe it's not just Toronto couldn't get it done. Maybe the Florida Panthers are just this damn good. Took out the number 1 seed. Beat a phenomenal team in Toronto. No biases here. And then the number 2 seed, Carolina Hurricanes, they're kicking their asses too. Wow, and I know they won 2 games in overtime, but you're up 2 games to none, so they're kicking their ass. Like, Chatfield's goal, beautiful tip. What a feed by I think it was Aho. Great goal. Second period. Frickin' Sasha Barkov gets loose. Fake between the legs around Ranta, who played net, not Anderson, after Anderson's brilliant game. Ranta played phenomenal, by the way. Made it 1-1. Both teams had a goal called back for offside. So those can be washes. And then you go into overtime and you get that. I think I saw someone say, like on Twitter, like if the NHL had franchise tags like in the NFL or NBA, Tkachuk would be one. And 100% I agree. 109 points this year, 100 PIMs. Look what he's done in the playoffs. Like Toronto limited him and he hadn't scored against them. Imagine if he was hot. And now he's doing this. 2 OT goals. I think it was the first time since the 50s, don't quote me on it, that it's happened. Back-to-back OT winners in the Eastern Conference Final. Could have been in the playoffs. I don't know. Just nuts, this guy. Bob going from like a 3-point something goals against average and is a sub 900 save percentage, maybe around 900 save percentage, to like a 936 2 GAA in the playoffs after, was it game 5 or something like that, because it was like a massive goal scoring. It was like 7-6 or 8-6 or something like that. I don't remember the Boston, Florida game. Barkov has been on for, I think they said, 1 even strength goal at 5-on-5 in however many games on this run. Silly. Even with Bennett getting penalty after penalty, still pulling it off. He didn't do that in the Leaf series, but he's done it back again. This Florida Panther team's a juggernaut, and I said it before. They were the President Trophy winners, and then they were the hottest team, or one of the hottest teams going into the deadline, and then look what they've done. Look what they've done. You got a pat on the back. And Carolina's a damn good team. They showed it. Like this Carolina Hurricanes team would kick the crap out of the Toronto Maple Leafs if they were there. They would. And yet they're down 2-0 to Florida. They're playing that good. You make a mistake, You don't close a gap even by just like 2 inches. Florida's taking advantage of it. This team, blown my mind. I don't know if I'm becoming a fan, but I think I just want them to win. I haven't been in the Eastern Conference Finals since '96. Crazy. And this Matt Tkachuk, I'm back on it again. Like that trade, you're like, wow, a first, Huberdeau, Uyghur. I know they're not signed for Matt Tkachuk. Who wasn't signed? He signs what, $9.5 million per year. Florida is the spot for him. And remember when he was with Calgary, like maybe he's not a playoff performer, and then now look at him. I don't know if people actually said that. I think it might have been a narrative there at one point, but look what he's done. That trade, and then people are thinking Trey Living's going to be the GM of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh God, please no. Please no. He's exactly what a team needs and wants, and he's exactly what the playoffs are for, and he can do everything, and maybe he's not the fastest skater, but it doesn't matter. He's so bloody smart, and he's in the right position, and the whole team is just working. Gudas takes probably 6 penalties a shift and just gets away with it, and it's fine, and when he does get called, it's because he kind of lunges at the guy like a spear, like Roman Reigns, and barely hits him, and the guy was going down anyway. That was at the end of the third period. But he's just a man beast, and it works. It works. How's Mark Stahl like gone back 5 years and he's even better than he was then? Eric Stahl's like had a rebirth. The whole team. You got young guys that Lusterinen and Lundell line is so good. Declare is so bloody fast. And I'm talking about Florida because I could be saying it about Carolina. I could talk about Nichis and Aho, and they're doing all this stuff. Teravainen's back who gets robbed, or he made that amazing pass to then whoever got robbed by the blocker there, by Bobrovsky. Like, they're doing all this without Svetch, without Patches, and they're still here in this game, but then this 8th seed is just pulling this stuff off. Wow, I'm just, that's what all I can say is wow. I'm glad that they kept it to just 1 overtime. It was the weekend though, so I was prepared for, a 5 overtime game. They had Coop on there, and him making fun of Bissonnette was funny, and Gretzky getting in there as well, and it's fun just being able to watch. It is. I'm a Leafs fan, and it's been disheartening with what's happening with Dubas, and Keefe's gone, and who knows what's going to happen with Shanahan. The Shanahan plan's kicked out the window. He's got a new one. Second draft, I guess. But I get to watch hockey and kind of just sit back and just go, let's enjoy it. I'll have a pint here and just see what happens. And I've been entertained. A 1-1 game, so bloody entertaining. I'm loving it. I am. What did you guys think of the game? For me, pure excitement. Pure excitement. Didn't feel any lulls in the game, and it was just like pure joy. It's kind of like, when you watch Fast and Furious movies. Like, you're just there to see what happens. And you go, you know what? People are going to do some ridiculous things. Like, at one point you saw, like, some Florida Panthers just beating the hell out of a downed Carolina Hurricane. And then you see a Carolina Hurricane, like a double punch to the back of the head of a Florida Panther. And you're like, yeah, this just makes sense. Just like Fast and Furious movies. You just kind of disbelief. Like, here's the rules of cinema, here's the rules of reality, let's throw them out the window. NHL playoffs is kind of the same thing. The rules out the window, let's just see what happens in the chaos, and in the end you're entertained, and I've been entertained. But again, comment down below your thoughts on the game, and I can't wait till game 3. Imagine if Florida wins this one as well. Oh my God, crazy. Anyway, take care everyone, have a great weekend. Hopefully you're enjoying your Sunday. Cheers all.